Good morning, Year 7. Today's tutorial we're going to be looking at drawing this earphone organizer. Now I'm going to go through this video a little bit quicker than last time since you guys have had some practice using the program. Now I'm sorry I can't be there today. This tutorial will show you or demonstrate the skills you need for the next part of your project. Now then, I needed to find the diameter for this earphone bud here. Now I could have measured it off my earphone holder. However, I just looked online and I could find a dimension here. So I found 12mm diameter. I'm hoping this is going to be accurate. If I was really making this, I would measure and measure again to make sure that it's the right dimension. So if I'm going to go back to Inventor now, then I'm going to start a new drawing. I'm going to select metric, standard, MIM, millimeters, IPT, and I'm going to create that drawing. From here I'm going to start a new sketch. I'm going to select the XY plane. Then I'm going to start with a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to start with two center lines first. So I'm just pressing enter twice there. That redoes the same command. Then I'm going to highlight those from right to left, and then right click, and I'm going to make those, let's click up here, center lines. So now I've got the center lines. I'm going to create a rectangle. I can see that rectangle is not constrained by any means. So to constrain it, I'm going to add in the symmetric constraint, because I want this whole rectangle to be symmetric around these two center points. So I'm going to select the far line, the other far line, and the middle line. Now you can see that's symmetric, so if I drag this, drag the other one, and click symmetric again, you must reselect it for doing the next one. Two end lines and then the center line. From here I just need to add two dimensions, so it knows what size it is. So I'm going to make that 50, zoom out a bit there, make this one. Actually, if I want them both the same, I can just press, I'll delete that, and I press equal, and I say this line is equal to that line. So then they're both 50, and we've got a square. I'm actually going to select that rectangle. Now, I just highlighted two lines there, then I'm going to hold shift down and highlight the other lines. Do that again, highlight one line or two lines, then hold the shift key down while you select the other ones. And I'm going to make those construction lines. From here we're just going to draw a circle, make sure it snaps on green, and I'm going to make this our 12mm diameter. Type in 12, enter. Now for these ones, let's make them all quite slightly smaller. Ooh. See, that time there I didn't wait for the green to pop up. There we go. Now who can guess what command or what constraint I want to do for these? If you know, please go ahead and add that, and then you come back and see if you got it correct. So I used the equal constraint and made them all the same size. So if I go back to my little drawing, so I've done the inside circles. Now I need to do these outside circles. So another circle. I'm going to make that 20. Again, I actually didn't have to do that. I can just circle again. Now the reason I don't type in 20 for all of them is if I want to come back and change the drawing, I just need to change one dimension and it changes it all. I will demonstrate that in a minute. Again, equal. So I'm just selecting the first circle and the other ones. So for example, if I didn't like 20 and I wanted 19, then they all change to 19, which is very handy. I'm actually going to make this slightly smaller. make that 40, bring that in. It's actually slightly longer in this dimension, so I'm actually going to change that equal constraint and make it slightly longer lengthwise. So if I select this line, there's an equal, I'm going to right click, delete constraint, oh, not all of them, just Control Z that, Control Z. There, so just make sure you click the line and then only, and then again on that equal, and then just delete. And then what I'll do is I'll add a dimension for this line, and make that 40, and leave this one at 50. So if you got this far, you're doing quite well, as I'm going pretty quickly through this tutorial. So well done so far. I'm actually going to pause this tutorial here and then start another one in 2 minutes.